Hello, guys! Hello, everyone! Welcome back to SEDA College Online. I'm teacher Camila, and this is the beginner level. So, welcome back. Yes, we didn't have class for a few days. I missed you guys, and I hope you guys have missed our lessons too. And I'm happy to be back. So, I hope you're happy too. Okay? So, how was your Easter? How was the holiday? Did you stay at home? Did you have some rest? Did you have a meal with your friends and flatmates, with your family if you live with your family? Yeah? Cool. So now let's go back to our daily lesson. All right? So, you know, let's get ready. We have lots of exercises today and we are gonna see some deep grammar. So take a notebook and a pen and a pencil so you can take notes because they're gonna help you a lot. Okay? So 2 weeks ago we talked about present simple step by step. So affirmative, negative, and then the question form, and then we talked about I, you, we, and they one day, and he, she, it another day, the differences. And then last week we talked about the present continuous, so to talk about things we're doing at the moment. So today we're going to compare them. Okay, so what's the difference between present simple and present continuous, and when do we use each one? Okay, so let's see some examples here. When I say I study English, or I am studying English, is there a difference between these two sentences, or are they the same? The first one is a present simple sentence, and the second one is a present continuous sentence. When I say I study English, means that I am in the process of studying. So I study every day, or maybe I study 2 times a week. Okay, so it's a long process and something I'm doing repeatedly every day. When I say I am studying English, means that I'm studying right now. Okay, so what's the difference? Let's compare them and see which tense to use. Let's talk about the present simple first. So when do we use the present simple? So the first thing we use the present simple for is to talk about facts or things that are always or generally true. So examples: the sun rises every day. So that's a fact. Every day the sun rises. No matter what happens, the sun always rises. This is a fact. It's something that's always true. So we use the present simple. A cat has 4 legs. So generally, that's true. Maybe there is a cat that is sick and he lost one leg for some reason, but in general, a cat has 4 legs. So we use present simple for that. And the last one, it rains a lot in winter. So again, it's a fact, especially in Dublin. It's a fact and it's something that's generally true. So we use the present simple for that. Okay? So that's the first point. The second point, for habits or repeated actions. Habits or repeated actions. Let's see some examples. I go to school every day. So it's a habit, it's a repeated action. I do that every day, the same thing. She studies 3 hours per day. Again, a habit. They always walk to work. So it's a repeated action. They always do it every day, the same action. So we use the present simple to talk about routine, to talk about something you do every day on your week. Okay? And the present simple has some common time expressions that helps you to to recognize that that sentence is present simple. Example, always, often, generally, sometimes, never. We talked about that too 2 weeks ago, the adverbs of frequency. So when I say always, often, generally, sometimes, it means the frequency that I do that action. So an example there, I always go to school by bus. So if I use always, I use present simple. Okay? If I use any adverb of frequency. The second one we can use in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. So example, she goes to the gym in the morning. So this means that every morning she goes to the gym. It's a habit. And the last one, on Mondays, on Wednesdays, on Fridays, on Tuesdays, so on days of the week. So they have French class on Mondays, so every Monday they have French class. So it's a habit, it's a repeated action. We use present simple. All good? Good. Now let's talk about the present continuous. So when do we use the present continuous? We use the present continuous for an action happening at the moment, something that's happening right now. While we're talking, the action is happening. Examples. I am teaching English. So something that I'm doing right now at this moment. I am teaching English. You are watching a video. This girl over here, she is walking her dog. So we use the present continuous to talk about an action that is in the process, that is happening at the moment. Okay? Right now. All right? And the present continuous also has some common time expressions. So for example, now or right now is to show that the action is happening at this moment. Example, I am cooking now. So I'm doing this action right now. Or at the moment. Example, she is studying at the moment. Or you can use today, for example. They are working on that project today. So during the entire day, they're going to be working on that project. It's an action in progress that's happening at the moment, happening today. All right? Good. Now, let's review the form. Okay, let's compare the two of them. So when we use affirmative sentences with the present simple, let's take a look. I can say, I work every day. You work every day. He works every day. She works every day. It works every day. We work, you work, they work. So what is important here in the present simple affirmative? When we use he, she, and it, the verb needs to add s, es, or ies. Alright? So that only he, she, and it affirmative sentence, present simple, we add s, es, or ies to the main verb. Okay? The present continuous. I am studying now. You are studying now. He is studying now. She is studying now. It is studying now. We are studying now. You are studying now. They are studying now. So what is important there? For the present continuous affirmative, we use the verb to be and ing on the main verb. Okay? So it's important to memorize the correct verb to be. And then the main verb, we always add ing. Alright? Now let's talk about negative sentences. Negative sentences. Present simple. I don't cook. You don't cook. He doesn't cook. She doesn't cook. It doesn't cook. We don't cook. You don't cook. They don't cook. Important here. When we use a negative sentence with the present simple, we need to use an auxiliary verb. The auxiliary verbs are don't and doesn't. So we use don't for I, you, we, you, and they. And we use he, she, and it. We use doesn't for he, she, and it. Again, they are the only ones that are different, okay? So if we're talking about he, she, or it, the auxiliary is doesn't for the negative sentence. If it's I, you, we, or they, we use don't. All right? Now let's see the present continuous. So, I am not sleeping. You aren't sleeping. He, she, it isn't sleeping. We, you, they aren't sleeping. So what's important here? Again is the verb to be plus ing, but the verb to be needs to be in the negative form. Am not, aren't. Remember that aren't is the same as are not contracted together. Aren't. He, she, it, we use isn't. Isn't. So isn't is the same as is not contracted together. Isn't. Okay? Alright? So important. Verb to be in the negative plus ing again. What about the question form? Question form. Present simple. Do I speak French? Do you speak French? Does he, she, or it speak French? Do we, you, or they speak French? So again, present simple, we have the auxiliary verb. The auxiliary verb for I, you, we, you, and they is do. And the auxiliary verb for he, she, and it, does. Okay? So again, he, she, it are different. We use does. And the present continuous, we still use verb to be and ing. But now the verb to be goes to the beginning of the sentence. Am I playing soccer? Are you playing soccer? Is he, she, it playing soccer? Are we, you, they playing soccer? So in this case, for present continuous, we start the question with the verb to be, then the person, and then the ing verb. And for present simple, we start with the auxiliary verb do or does, and then the person, and then the verb base form. Important here in the present simple. Remember that we talked that in the affirmative we add s, but it's only for affirmative. If we have does or doesn't in the sentence, the verb doesn't need to add s. It can't add s, okay? So we use does she speak? Does he speak? Does it speak? No s. All right? Now, let's practice. Let's practice some exercises. Number 1. Choose the correct form. Example. Anna usually go or goes to school in the morning. But today she studies or is studying at home. So you have to choose which of these two verbs is the best for the sentence. Let's do the example together. So Anna is she, yes? And when I say usually, it's probably a repeated action, is a habit, so it's present simple. And for present simple in the affirmative, we need to add s, es, or ies. So the correct answer is goes. Anna usually goes to school in the morning, but today she studies or she's studying at home. So if I'm talking about today, it's something that's happening now. Today she is studying at home. Okay? So the sentence is Anna usually goes to school in the morning, but today she is studying at home. Okay? Now we have here 6 sentences from 1 to 6. I want you to choose the best verb. So we always have 2 options here, okay? And I want you to choose, write down your answer, and on the next slides we're gonna check them. All right? So I'm gonna give you a few minutes. Complete the exercise and write down your answers. So write down your answers. I'm gonna give you 1 more minute and we're gonna check them. A few more seconds before the correction. All right, are you ready to check your answers? Can we start the correction? Let's go. So number 1, I usually have a big dinner. So if it's usually is repeated action, present simple. I usually have a big dinner, but today, so let's see. I'm gonna show you guys what are the words that helps us to find out what's the correct answer. So here it's usually. So if it's usually, it's present simple. I usually have a big dinner, but today I'm having a small salad. So today is something happening now. All right? 2. Let's go to Spain, June. It never rains in summer. So never is a fact. It never rains. So present simple. Peter is a doctor. He works in a hospital. So if he's a doctor, it's implied that his job is in a hospital. So it doesn't mean that he's working right now at the moment, but in general, he always works in the hospital. Hey John, where are you? In the office? No, I am working at home today. Now. Are you doing your homework? I don't have homework today. I am playing video games. So I don't have homework today. That's why your question is ing. Hello, can you talk or are you driving? I can talk. I'm not driving. I'm not driving at the moment. Okay? Now, listen and repeat. Let's practice saying these sentences, all right? 1. I usually have a big dinner, but today I'm having a small salad. Again, listen and repeat. 2. Let's go to Spain, June. It never rains in summer. Okay. 3. Peter is a doctor. He works in a hospital. 4. Hey John, where are you? In the office. No, I'm working at home today. 5. Are you doing your homework? I don't have homework today. I'm playing video game. And 6. Hello, can you talk or are you driving? Hi, I can talk. I'm not driving. Very good, guys. One more exercise. Complete the sentence with present simple or present continuous. So you have here a verb, and you're going to use this verb to complete the sentence with present simple or present continuous. How do we know? We pay attention to the words, okay? So here, we use the verb go, and you usually to school by bus. So if it's usually repeated action, present simple. So how do we ask a question in the present simple? We need an auxiliary verb, yes? So what's the auxiliary verb for you? Do or does? Do, yes? Do you usually? And what happens to the verb here? We keep it in the base form. Do you usually go to school by bus? All right? Now, from 1 to 6, look at the verb, pay attention with the sentence, and complete using present simple or present continuous. I'm going to give you 2 minutes again. Write down your answers, and on the next slide, we're going to check them, okay? So start working now. Few more seconds, write down your answers, all right? We're going to check them in a little minute, in a little while. All right. Are you ready to start the correction? Yes, are you ready to check? So let's start the correction. Number 1. Look, that's my sister over there. She is wearing a pink dress. So imagine the situation. If I say, look, that's my sister, I'm talking about right now. It's something at the moment. She's wearing a pink dress right now. Okay? 2. My grandma and I have lunch together every Sunday. Every Sunday is a routine. So the verb is in the base form have. Oh no, it's raining. We don't have an umbrella. So when I say, oh no, it's raining right now and I don't have an umbrella with me. So ing. 4. Hey Julie, where are you going? Where are you going? I'm going to the supermarket. 5. What time do you usually go to bed? Again, we have usually. I never go to bed before 11 p.m. 6. Hello, Johnny. Are you watching the basketball game on TV? No, I am reading a book. Okay? Easy? Did you get most of them correct? Now, again, listen and repeat. Let's practice saying these sentences, all right? 1. Look, that's my sister over there. She's wearing a pink dress. 2. My grandma and I have lunch together every Sunday. 3. Oh no, it's raining. We don't have an umbrella. 4. Hey Julie, where are you going? I am going to the supermarket. 5. What time do you usually go to bed? B. I never go to bed before 11 p.m. 6. Hello, Johnny. Are you watching the basketball game on TV? No, I'm reading a book. Good job, good job. Okay, so we have one more thing today before we finish our class. We talked a lot about grammar structure. Now, let's see some vocabulary. We're going to talk about clothes. Yes, clothes. So, let's see some examples. What's this? It's a dress. Yes, can you repeat with me? Dress. Dress. It's a blue dress. Next. Shirt. Shirt. Can you repeat? Shirt. Next. Sweater. Sweater. Shoes. Shoes. Skirt. Skirt. Trousers. Trousers. Suit. Suit. And t-shirt. T-shirt. Now, let's repeat all of them and practice the pronunciation together, okay? Let's start with the first one. Can you repeat? Dress. Again, dress. 2. Shirt. Shirt. 3. Sweater. Sweater. Shoes. Shoes. Skirt. Skirt. Trousers. Trousers. Suit. Suit. T-shirt. T-shirt. Good job. Way to go. Easy. Do you know all of these vocabulary? Do you know how to use them? Let's try to mix the grammar and the vocabulary now, okay? So, what are they wearing? What are they wearing? So, look at the first girl here. What is she wearing? She is wearing a t-shirt. T-shirt. Yeah? So now I want you to write down sentences like this. She is wearing a t-shirt. We're using present continuous because we're talking about something happening right now. So write down sentences for the other 4 people. I'm going to give you 1 minute and then we're going to check together. So say she is wearing a t-shirt or he is wearing a... Okay, let's check them. Yes, do you have your sentences? So let's talk about this guy over here. What is he wearing? He's wearing a suit. He's wearing a suit. Next, what is she wearing? She's wearing a skirt. She's wearing a skirt. What about this lady here? What is she wearing? She's wearing a sweater. She's wearing a sweater. And what about this guy? What is he wearing? He is wearing a shirt, trousers, and shoes. Again, he's wearing a shirt, trousers, and shoes. All right, easy peasy. All right, guys, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for coming to our lesson, and I'll be here tomorrow again at the same time at 9:30, okay? And I'll be waiting for all of you. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.